All right, back into pack one, and I pass up the cricket there, but then roll a double, so I'm going to change my mind. And we're going to try and do a request today that came in a couple of days ago, which I thought was pretty clever. It's very simple, and I'll show it on screen in a second. And it's simply to have a dragon team where I don't sell any tier 1s. So essentially what that means is I want to get to turn 9 with a team of 4 tier 1s plus something else, level into dragon, and then at that point on I'm only going to buy the pets I already have in order to trigger the dragon that way. Now the problem with that is every time you buy one of the tier 1s, you run out, you're leveling your pet and you can only go as far as level 3 and then you can't buy any more. So you're actually limited in terms of the total number of dragon activations you can actually get. But I felt like that wasn't necessarily going to be a huge issue. The issue is really rolling the correct pets at the end, because you can end up just rolling an entire turn and not finding any of the 4 pets that you've got, the 4 tier 1s that you've got. And then it's just GG's. But hopefully on the turns where we don't find any of those pets, we can find stuff like melon and steak in the food shop. And hopefully that will be good enough to get the win. So most of the time I was just spamming stats onto the tier 1s early. And here I get giraffe. And I'm just looking for pill for flamingo. In fact, we're going to take 2 giraffes. There were some runs where I had swan. I kept it for much longer because it's kind of annoying, wasting your level ups on the tier 1s. Ideally, you would want to be leveling up the other pets that you're using to support or scale the tier 1s. And then that means that when you get to the end, the dragon has as many triggers left as possible. And also you have as many tier 1s staying below level 3 for as long as possible. I guess we'll see that in action sooner or later, but garlic feels like a must. If you're ever doing this strategy, and a lot of people do it, is just keeping the tier 1 pet from the beginning, not necessarily more than one, but just keeping one and statting it up constantly throughout the whole game, putting garlic on it or pilling turtle onto it turn 5, 6, 7, it makes a big difference. So a lot of the time I was getting to this point and I would still have 3 or 4 tier 1s rather than just 2. I didn't feel like it was super necessary to get them all right at the beginning. In fact, it's probably detrimental in terms of keeping your chances alive, because we also want to get to turn 9 with as many hearts intact as possible, because we're probably going to have to hard roll for chocolate to get the dragon to level 2 before we start buying. I was going to say buy selling, but of course the entire point of this is that we're not selling. Luckily here we face a team that's invested everything into the camel, and the duck's going to be able to take care of it. And then the cricket finishes off the rest of the team. And I didn't really want to be taking too many other scalers, but it's basically impossible. If you're trying to keep some of the tier 1s from the very beginning and you don't scale them at all, you've just got no chance really. Because as soon as you try to pivot into the dragon, you're probably going to lose 1 or 2 turns. So you really have to be winning or drawing for as long as possible. And we get another win here simply because the duck is big enough. Hopefully not going to be any scorpions on the opposing teams. I did think about the turtle pill here for a while, but we're not that far off turn 11 anyway. So we'll get the beaver closer to the level up, and I'm freezing the chocolate. I don't really want to use the chocolate on any of the pets on the team. I'm just stocking the chocolate for when the dragon could potentially become available. Lucky here that the cricket manages to take out the bison, and we win again. So we're actually going to be on 7 trophies, which is way above what I was normally getting at this point. Probably because of the giraffe scaling. And there's the beaver. And it is actually turn 10 now. I didn't notice that it wasn't, that it was turn 9 last turn and I didn't level up. So we're just carrying on scaling the team. Rhino is a big problem because you can see it does double damage, but luckily here the meat bone means that the cricket actually knocks out the hippo. So now I can just roll for dragon and I get it on the first roll. So since I have 4 hearts intact, I can just sell all the other scalers immediately buy the chocolate. And then I think I actually bring in the second dragon here because I'm happy to lose straight away. Because otherwise there wouldn't be much of a video if it was only dragon scaling for, 1 or 2 turns and then game over. In fact, we are actually going to win here as well, even though our team is pretty ropey. It just shows you how far stats only can get you. So we'll run the 2 dragons for now. And then I actually get the opportunity here to level 3 the dragon. And I think I'm just going to do it and expect the loss this time. And I mean, we were expecting the loss last turn and we ended up winning anyway. So I think here I decide, since I've had this high roll where I've managed to get the dragon to level 3 by turn 12, I'm just going to deliberately throw. And we probably would have lost to this team anyway. Big unit plus snake is going to beat most teams at this kind of stage. But that was fine. I was happy to see that team. And now we're just going to bring in the base stats Ant. I had the choice between Ant and Horse, and I feel like Ant is clearly better. And then we'll freeze the stake for the future. And we're just getting a huge amount of stats here from the level 3 dragon. Each purchase is what, plus 12, 12. Another team with big unit plus snake, so we're going to automatically lose here, but that's fine. I've only purchased, 2 tier 1s or something at this point. The hippo was actually very close to getting KO'd there. I wonder how close that would have been to an accidental win or maybe even a draw. But we actually get a cricket here in the starting shop, which is very nice. And another one. It's very easy to go an entire turn without seeing any of the 4 pets. Of course, now we can't find any more crickets. So we can only buy duck, beaver, and ant. Now at this point, I maybe could have just changed the lineup instead of trying to throw again. But look how close this is. I don't know if I would have won that if I'd changed the order. But I really just wanted to get more turns out to the level 3 dragon since we had it. And I think now I am going to rearrange. So we'll buy the melon and the steak for the ant. And then maybe just hope for a tie at this point so we can get a few more tier 1 purchases in. And it is level 3 turkey, level 3 parrot rather, plus turkey. And I feel like since the update where the turkey was given more attack instead of more health, these kind of games are just automatic losses if you don't have leopard or crocodile or something to kill one of those units at the back. So that one, I was really disappointed that didn't make it because I got the level 3 dragon so quickly. And most of the time I was only playing level 2. So here's another one. And this one we have the level 2 dragon. We have the fish and the ant are both level 3. So we only have 4 more purchases that we can make with the dragon. And this is a kind of an unusual team where they've got a huge amount of health on that, giraffe there. And it's a tie. So I get the chance to buy some more tier 1s. We find a dragon, but there's not really any point in taking that. We do find the duck and the salad. And you can really see how badly this hits the efficiency of the dragon. It does mean that you are buffing 4 units at once instead of only 3. But it's just very poor in comparison. And there we face a team with a skunk and cat and swan. We've got no chance. And then this one is very funny. So here, having kept 4 tier 1s from the beginning, I'm on turn 9, 8 trophies. So we're actually on a perfect game here with 5 hearts, which is crazy because my team just looks absolutely awful. And it's just I just spammed garlic and salad, and the bee ends up winning that turn. So now we're on turn 9 with 4 tier 1s and a giraffe, and it's a perfect game. So what I decide to do here, just on the off chance that we face an absolutely awful opponent, is I'm going to throw in the mosquito for the rainbow tier 1 perfect game. And I wouldn't have bought the otter there normally, but because I was just trying to win on this turn, I thought I might as well do it. Because it is going to cut into the dragon scaling if we happen to find it next turn. So the other advantage here is that because we're on a perfect game, it doesn't matter too much if we lose. And yeah, we face a snipe team and almost our whole squad gets eliminated. So that would have been a pretty funny perfect game, but it wasn't going to happen. So now we move on to plan B, which is trying to find the dragon. And I think here, do I take a level up or not? I can't remember. Yeah, I guess I'm just playing on as if the yeah, kind of strange there. Maybe I should have just unfrozen everything and rolled for dragon. But maybe it was the fact that I thought I could have won the next turn even with just the tier ones. But I mean, look at this. The classic pack one combo, camel, kangaroo. We had no chance against that team. But we do actually get the dragon here naturally in the starting shop. So we're going to buy it and then we're going to instant level 3 the beaver, which does mean that we're very low in terms of tier 1s that we can still purchase. But we do have 3 hearts remaining, and a lot of the time I would only have 1 heart when I managed to get the dragon at all. This is crazy. Turn 12, look at the size of this team. Level 2, I mean, this is basically the olden days of SAP, where it was level 3 swan in every team, bison plus penguin. And then here I get dragon on level up. There were so many games where I had like 3 level ups turn 9 and didn't get any dragons. And not surprising to face another camel kangaroo team. I suppose you're all, if you have a great start where you're winning almost every turn, you're just going to face the other teams that have also been winning every turn. So all these swan high rolls, and you see they've got level 3 seal there already. But now we can actually start doing some purchases with the dragon. I think I'm just going to take the double melon here. So we only got to buy 1 cricket there with the level 2 dragon. And then this team looks like we're going to lose. The dolphin kills the otter completely. But actually the backline units are weak enough that the garlic on the cricket is going to save us. So kind of an unusual run where, we didn't get an awful lot of dragon gaming at the end. But the fact that it was almost a perfect game with just the tier 1s was so unusual.